Welcome back, and thanks for joining us in the Troopy for another episode when we take you along for the first part of our trip through the spectacular Ikara-Flinders Ranges in South Australia. This place won our hearts from the moment we arrived. As we drove through the southern parts of the ranges and arrived at Wilpena, our first overnight camp spot, we just couldn't wait to get out and explore. We decided to venture out to a place called Ikara-Flinders Gorge, which is about 50 kilometres northeast of Wilpena, with plenty to see on the way. Flying a drone is illegal in South Australian national parks, so we were limited to footage on the ground, which doesn't always capture the expanse of the place, but we found some lookouts which gave a pretty good idea of how vast this place really is. We're at Stokes Lookout. It's a really good vantage point for this side of the ranges. It looks like they're so far away on the GoPro, but they're not really. It's just absolutely incredible. Ikara-Flinders Gorge, I think that's it. About 25 or so kilometres off the main road through the Flinders Ranges and down a not too bad track. There's some pretty scary bits in it, but not too bad. There's rivers that have dried up running all the way through the tracks. This would be inaccessible in the wet season for sure. This is the sorts of things that the rivers kind of look like on a smaller scale. This is actually out the gorge. Nobody here, which is really nice. So we're going to go for a bit of an explore and we'll show you a bit of footage. Can't fly drones here because we're in the national park, and there's a massive fine if you get caught, so we're not doing that. But yeah, it looks really interesting, so stay tuned and we'll walk you through it. Cute little box that's got leaflets in it all about the walk trails that are here. What a great idea. So this is a riverbed, creek. So we think that's Mount Billy. Okay. Okay, shall we go over there? Yep. This is really good. They've got little markers so that you can actually see if you were doing the full hike, you know where you're going. The full hike is about 11.5 kilometres, which we're not doing today, but we're going to go along some of it and see what we can see. But kind of hoping we get over that direction. Like a buried city. Yeah. We wanted to run this through at a fast speed, but it was just so unbelievable that you needed to see it at a normal pace. We're not exactly sure how all of this formed, but you could walk around it for hours just imagining how it happened. Paul's got new boots. That's the third time he's tripped today. Oh my god. So we found a little creek bed that comes out onto the main riverbed, so we're gonna walk back along the riverbed back to the car. Crazy landscapes. It would get so hot up here, I reckon.
What is the car?
Yeah. You can see all the evidence of water being through here very recently. Being swept off to the right. Everything's bent in that direction. There's so much like shale and granite. And obviously it all goes through that gorge there, coming from the left hand side. Hard to believe that this is a full flowing river at some point. Oh, you can see the car in the distance. were stoked that we got the chance to explore this place, and we're so keen to see more, so we headed off back out to the main highway to find our next destination. The road from Blinman to Parachilna had a surprise at just about every turn. Again, the footage doesn't capture how truly impressive this place is, but the windy roads and rugged cliffs, it's hard to appreciate it without actually being there. Add this to your bucket list for sure. An incredible amount of water must flow through these gorges after the rains. The riverbeds are dry now, but every now and again there is tiny evidence of some water. So this is Parachilna, which is on the Great Outback, or the Outback Highway, somewhere on the side of the Flinders Range National Park. We've just stopped for lunch, and apparently there's all these fossils that have been found here. So here they are. The Prairie Hotel was a nice little lunch stop. The sun was shining and we pondered about where we would end up camping for the night. How is this for a camp spot? Thumbs up. We've just pulled into one of the little sneaky places off the side of the road at Parachilna Gorge to camp tonight, and it's absolutely beautiful here. There's a couple of other campers in, one more's just pulled in since we got here, and it's pretty awesome. You wouldn't even know that there was a road nearby. It's very quiet and a beautiful spot. We were just going to have a chat about some of the great things from yesterday and some of the not so great things from yesterday. So what's your first great thing from yesterday?
Organ pipes.
Oh yeah.
Organ pipes. Where was that? Gawler Ranges.
Yep.
This place
is insane.
Easy walk in.
Yep.
But yeah, just it's nice, eh? Just
yeah. Rock formations.
Yeah.
We'll post some pictures in the video. You'll be able to see it. But yeah, really colourful and just really nice, unique. One of my good things from yesterday was catching up with Ray from Ratcliffe AMS. We knew he'd been over in Sydney for the camping show, and we kind of been in touch, and he sort of checked in with us yesterday and asked us where we were, and we were 50 kilometres away. So we kind of got onto the two-way and caught up with him somewhere in between Kimber and somewhere else, somewhere near Kimber, in a roadside stop. So we got to pull over and have a chat with him and his travelling buddy, which was really nice because we were, 2,500 k's from home, and we find him. So that was really good. What about you yesterday? Anything else?
I reckon that family of emus that we saw out at, again, that was in the Gawler, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What, a mum and about a dozen emu chicks.
Yeah.
Hanging around.
We saw them twice.
Yeah.
We saw them going in, and about 100 metres on the same road coming back, we saw them still hanging around on the other side of the road, and they were crossing back again. So that was really cool. Yeah, that actually was, yeah, I've never seen a family of mum and babies like that. No, it was great. Not so great things from yesterday. Actually, the first thing is, it's not so great, it's absolutely horrible. Yesterday we were driving along the air highway, and the cars coming towards us were flashing their lights, and we didn't know what was going on. And in our lane there was a mother emu who was still alive but had been hit by a truck, we think, and a baby emu that had been killed. And the other babies were in the bush running around, really upset, and it was just horrible. Yeah, it was just the worst thing I've ever seen. So, well, one of the worst things I've ever seen. It was so traumatic. So it was pretty awful. Couldn't stop thinking about that for the whole day. What about anything else bad from you? Oh, not bad, not so bad.
No, I think we did a couple of walks in the Gawler Ranges out to waterfall sites, and unfortunately there was no water.
Because we're lucky like that.
Nice walk, but
yeah,
you kind of would have thought this time of year there might be water.
Yeah.
Out there, but
no water.
Not this time?
No, it was good though. The walks were really nice. Speaking of really nice, have a look at this. Oh my goodness. We're just randomly walking here, as you can see.
This place is stunning.
It absolutely has won our hearts, this whole area. So right here, this is actually a riverbed, and I don't know, not long ago, maybe a month or so, there was this place was flooded out, and the riverbeds around here are insane. They're so wide, and there's just massive boulders you can see coming all the way through. It's just crazy. And we've crossed over so many roads where the riverbeds have run into the roads, and there's still bits of debris on the roads. It's quite dangerous if you're not driving four-wheel drive, but this whole place is just amazing. So today we have done, where have we done? We've gone from, we were supposed to be staying at Wilpena another night tonight, but we stayed there last night, and yeah, camping close to people is not really something we really enjoy. So we'd actually paid for 2 nights, but we decided to go out for today and see if we could find anything else that was better. Too many people, and we left this morning, and the further we got into the ranges, it was like, we're not coming back to Wilpena. We've just spotted some kangaroos. I don't know if you can see them, but they're jumping up the wall of, oh my gosh. Gosh,
different type of kangaroo.
Jumped up the side of the hill. Don't fall down. Maybe they might be rock wallabies. How's the serenity? We actually just saw some goats up on the top of the ridge up there. One of them was about, I don't know, maybe 10 metres down. And we saw a few kangaroos. How good is this though? We really rated this place. It had everything we love about a camp spot and more, and we're disappointed to have to leave after only one night, but there will be a next time for sure. Thanks for watching our latest video. In our next episode, we'll continue along on our adventures in South Australia and take you along to more epic spots. As always, we'd really appreciate it if you could give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to follow along on our Troopy adventures. Cheers!